Have you ever tried diagnosing a medical condition by searching the internet? Well, you're not alone.
If I think like I have symptoms for certain things, perhaps I might look up some of the symptoms.
It's there. I'm in front of the computer anyway, so I won't get on the phone or go to see a doctor. I'll just look it up.
Saves a trip to the doctor.
More and more Australians are turning to the net for medical advice, and it's making doctors very nervous.
I'm sure some patients do think the internet can replace their GP.
It's important to realise that diagnosis itself is a skill which is acquired over time, and I often say to people, if your car broke down on the side of the road in a plume of smoke, would you try and fix it? And the same really should apply to your health.
The World Wide Web has the potential to provide valuable medical information to people. The websites such as WebMD and MSN Health and Fitness provide answers to such questions as whether concerning symptoms might indicate the onset of a serious, acute, or chronic conditions, or whether such fears are unfounded. However, the use of web search as diagnostic methodology, where queries describing symptoms are input in the rank and information of results are interpreted as diagnostic conclusions, can lead users to believe that common symptoms are likely the results of serious illnesses. Such escalations from common symptoms to serious concerns may lead to unnecessary anxiety, investment of time, and expensive engagements with a healthcare professional. We use the term cyberchondria to refer to the unfounded escalation of concerns about common symptomatology based on the review and search results and the literatures on the web. In Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, defines hypochondria as extreme depression of mind or spirits, often centered on imaginary physical ailments. A new twist to this ailment is called cyberchondria, which is hypochondria further aggravated by reading about these imaginary ailments on the internet. An ABC News report has stated, with internet access at nearly everyone's fingertips, trying to find the cause of headache or muscle pain can be just a few keystrokes away. According to a Pew Internet study, more than 7 million Americans go online every day to research health or medical information. The ABC News report quotes Dr. Brian Fallion of Columbia University, who says that 90% of hypochondriacs with internet access become cyberchondriacs. He said, it's natural progressions. Cyberchondria can be a terrible, devastating disease in the sense that the individual focuses on nothing other than checking their symptoms on the internet, and it destroys their lives, he said. The internet may be providing too much of good things as far as information about diseases goes. People who are hypochondriacs previously could read about symptoms in magazines and imagine that they had those symptoms, but with the internet, they now have access to thousands of descriptions of diseases with just the click of a mouse. There is the further problems. All of these sites are not equally authoritative. Cyberchondriacs may, in effect, end up letting these sites to diagnose for them rather than visiting their personal physicians. In 2008, a comprehensive study on cyberchondria and search engines was completed by Microsoft researchers RYEN and HORVITZ. White and HORVITZ concluded that when a web search is used to diagnose symptoms, it has the potential to increase the anxieties of users who don't have proper medical training or education. They use the term escalation to describe this increase in anxiety. They also found that search engine results could lead to unnecessary doctor's visits, resulting in a waste of time and money. In one aspect of study, the researchers surveyed 500 Microsoft employees about their experiences in searching for health-related information on the web. 9 of 10 said that a web search for basic medical information had led to researching a more serious conditions. This was a surprising discovery, given that none of the participants describes themselves as having excessive health concerns. Another important finding in this study was that many of the participants seems to think that search engines rank the results of their searches according to the likelihood of having a particular disease. In actuality, search engines use mathematical algorithms that rank pages and turn up results based on factors such as many times a keyword is mentioned, how many clicks a page receives, and how many links there are on the page. This creates situations where worried users click on a page containing information about a rare illness, which in turn drives the page rank up, increasing the likelihood that another worried user will come across that page as well. Okay, number 1. You check health information websites to get relief from anxiety. It is a person suffering from Cyberchondria will search the internet for explanation of physical symptoms he or she experiencing. The reason the person is checking is because it provides some relief from the health-related anxiety. The problem is that the relief is temporary, and when the person goes away from the computer, the anxiety returns, says Asmundson. Those who are suffering from Cyberchondria will search online health information over and over again to help them feel less anxious. Just like an alcoholic needs the next drink, a Cyberchondria needs the next information search. Number 2. The time you spend checking health symptoms online is interfering with your life. Most of us check health websites from time to time. A 2008 survey conducted by a research team in BC found that 86% of participants said they regularly use the internet as a source for health information. However, a person suffering from Cyberchondria doesn't simply log on every once in a while to read up on a condition. Searching for health information has become her primary activity. If you find that your online health research is taking the place of your hobbies, getting in the way of your job, or disrupting your life, you could be suffering from Cyberchondria. When somebody is not working or spending time with their family because they're spending all their time checking online, then it's time to seek help, says Asmundson. Number 3. You seek reassurance from people in the chat rooms or social network. There are two behaviors that keep a person trapped in a health anxiety cycle. One is checking and the other is seeking reassurance that the symptoms you're experiencing are not linked to a serious disease. Reassurance is like throwing fuel on the fire of health anxiety, says Admonson. Constantly asking unqualified online friends to tell you that you are okay is a sign that you might be seeking that temporary relief from health anxiety. The last, you see your doctor more than your friends. Frequently, visiting your doctor or many different physicians is another form of checking medical information to relieve anxiety. Quite often, a person who has health anxiety has been to the doctor repeatedly, and sometimes they're told nothing's wrong, says Asmundson. Sometimes the family doctors might get frustrated with a person suffering from Cyberchondria and say that the symptoms are in all your heads. If this is the case with your doctor, consider seeking out help from mental health professional. Know your sources. Step away from the computer. Go to the doctor. Be aware of our stress and anxiety levels. Be patient.